Hello there, Insta. So I'm finally doing this live video. It's been in my head for a while. I'm gonna try to keep it short and easy to understand, and hopefully I don't make a big mess with all the information I want to give you. So the reason I want to do this is I want to create awareness, and I really want to help kids, right? So I think kids nowadays are in a real health pickle. There's some real challenges and we need to get out of it, okay? I'm doing this in English because I want to create awareness for a organization that is called Documenting Hope, and they're in the US, and they're looking for people, for families who will participate in their study. They're doing the CHIRP, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, it's called the CHIRP study. They are measuring the total load our kids are exposed to. The total load is a combination of all the crap that's in our food. Let's talk pesticides, GMOs, everything the kids eat, how they eat, what kind of foods they eat, okay? Then also like what they drink, like sodas, what they eat, chips, caffeinated drinks, all those things, okay? Then like to how much Wi-Fi are they exposed? How much time do they spend playing video games and all those things? How many chemicals are in your house? Okay? All kinds of stuff. And the idea for me to do this video actually came from when we traveled during our vacation. Because I'm noticing it more and more and more. And it's really making me frustrated and sad in a way. And also I wonder, I'm not gonna make friends doing this video, let's put it this way too. So what I noticed, and here are some specific examples. We're sitting in an airplane, and yes, that's a special circumstance, and maybe you'll let your kids have more things that they usually wouldn't get, just to keep them quiet and seated. I do get that. I don't mean to put blame on people who chose to have doing something special for their kids, and they might usually not do it. But it happens so many times, I see it so frequently, it cannot be that I'm around people only when they have their special time with their kids. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this makes sense to you, but for example, I'm sitting next to somebody, to a parent with two little boys, and each of them has like a ginormous sweet snack bag that they're eating on a 2-hour flight. Okay, the whole freaking bag gone. All the sweets, all the sugar is stuffed. Obviously they get like fidgety, they can't sit still anymore, the dad gets frustrated, yells at them, they can't hold a conversation. It was awful. So I'm thinking, is it really easier to just give the kid a bag of treats and think, oh, they're gonna shut up because they're gonna eat that bag of treats? And then how do you deal with the aftermath of that? Is that really easier to just give out that crap and have the kid shut up for a couple hours? But then, I mean, there's so much coming after that. Like, wouldn't you want to find something else to entertain your kids with, or have a conversation with them? But then the whole day will be easier, isn't it? Is that just me? Another situation, two kids on their lap, the other has an iPhone, who knows? I'm not the expert, you know. One has to go to the bathroom, demands that the other kid turns off their device too, because it gets more screen time because he has to go to the bathroom. And it was like, they couldn't even talk normal, you know. Also the kid that was still on the iPad when he tried to catch the conversation between mom and dad, but obviously he couldn't because he was also busy with his game, but then he tried to keep get a word in there, and if he didn't get like a quick answer, he would get so frustrated. So it's like that instant gratification and satisfaction and instant reaction that he was looking for, that he got from his game, he tried to get out of the conversation with his parents. It was really weird to see that, and I don't know if you're getting what I mean, but so here's my thing. Isn't that with everything? Like, don't we have to parent different too? Can't we can't just take the easy way, right? I mean, it is freaking hard to parent them, and I'm not saying that you can never give them an electronic device, but I think we're really screwing them up. We really do. And I mean, my 9-year-old was the only kid on that airplane that didn't have her own electronic device, you know? The 12-year-old was listening to music on my old phone. So she wasn't like playing games, she had, you know, tell me if that's better or not, probably not, but like, the other one was drawing with like real pencils, you know, like old school. And so, you guys know my thing is food and all that, but I really think that like there's so much our kids are exposed to that are cause for all these issues that we have today. And I truly believe that because we're doing it different, yes, in the restaurant it's so bad. Thanks for watching, by the way, my friend who... Thank you. Yes, so in restaurants it's awful. Like there was one kid, she woke up in her mom's arms, and I was watching them and they were so stinking cute, and that kid fell asleep. She was like 3 or 4 years old. As soon as that kid opened her eyes, she shoved an iPad in front of her face, right? And I was like, why do we do that? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. And so I truly believe this has all to do with the toxic load, and it just adds too much to their little brains. And then, I mean, talk about the food, all the pesticides, the GMOs, the water that's dirty, you know, all the heavy metals that are in the soil and in the water and everywhere. It's just too much for them. And then what do people clean with? So there's this whole other thing where, like, what do you clean with? What do you wash laundry with? They all absorb it, okay? Their little bodies are so small. Their cells replicate really fast, much faster than in a grown-up person. So they take everything in way easier, and their DNA can mutate much faster. And I think that's what's causing like all these issues, okay? And then I got a question from somebody, and she was like, she saw us drinking smoothies on vacation and like eating out and being excited about gluten-free food. And that person was like, do you guys ever like are on vacation, like, you know, like enjoy life? And I'm like, this is our life. Like, I know that if we would not live like we do, and if we would not eat how we eat, my kid would be like one of those kids with a total load, with a total toxic load, and she would not be able to function in the real world. I am certain of that. And so vacation for us is feeling good, you know, still feeling good. If we don't eat the way we eat, we feel crap, like crap. We can't get up in the morning, we can't do things, we can't move, we can't think, our brains won't function. And I don't want that. I love the way we live. I love the way we eat. Like, nobody has to feel bad about it. It's nothing bad, you know, you just need to figure it out for yourself, okay? So I truly believe that there's many different impacts that we put our kids into that then like lead to that total load, and that will make their little bodies crash, unfortunately, okay? And then it doesn't really matter what the kids get, right? You hear about eczema, you hear about asthma, you hear about ear infections, you hear about ADHD, ADS, autism, all of them. I mean, there's a whole list, right? Arthritis, mood disorders, even type 2 diabetes. It's all the same thing, okay? The cause for those illnesses can be the same total load. It just shows different in every kid. That's very important to understand, and that's where you can really make a difference. And so yes, there are answers to all of this. And so if you are in the US, even if your kid is healthy by other standards, you can participate in this study because they want to know why your kid is healthy and another kid is not. So check them out. They're documentinghope.com, and I think they're doing an amazing thing. Finally, somebody who's looking at the whole picture and is not supported by like government agencies and lobbyists and Nestle and Coke and all those, okay? So I really believe in this. If I would still have residency in the US, I would totally sign my kids up. I have a dear friend in the US who actually did it with her kids. She filled it all out. Thank you. I'm excited to see where this is going. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. You know, even when it comes to food, we need to parent. You know, when it comes to electronics, only because they're there, and I'm not saying they're all evil, we still have control over what they get and what they don't, and we can talk to them. And, you know, we can have an amazing time with our kids without all that stuff, and we can eat healthy and still have fun, you know, and eat like a really yummy stuff. So I hope that this helped somebody. This is what I do. I love doing this. This is my jam for sure. So have a good night.